Live, this is Fox 56 News. First at 10 with Ryan Cummings and Jamie Innes.
And we start tonight with breaking news in Lycoming County, where we have learned that a home has been destroyed following an explosion. It happened just before 6 on Middle Road near Jersey Shore. Tennyson Coleman is there for us right now. So Tennyson, what have you learned?
That's right, Ryan. As you mentioned, it happened around 6 o'clock. Firefighters have been here, and the scene, as you can see, is still pretty active. That home today leveled. Now, I spoke with a neighbor, Beth, as she's going to join us right now. She witnessed the explosion. She heard it. She saw it. Can you just talk about that experience?
Well, it was unlike anything I've ever heard before. I was in my home, and everything shook, fell off the walls. And I ran outside, and the house was completely leveled.
What did you think when you heard it?
I actually thought it was my own garage that exploded. It sounded that close.
Gotcha. And did you know if there were any injuries or anyone inside the house?
There were 2 people home at the time, both taken by ambulance to the hospital.
Gotcha. And we thank you so much, Beth. We don't have any confirmation on any victims or any injuries, but this still is a developing situation, and we will continue to update you as we get more information. Live in Limestone Township, Lycoming County, Tennyson Coleman, Fox 56 News, first at 10.
All right, thanks, Tennyson. A news alert tonight about that deadly natural gas explosion last July in Minersville. It killed a UGI employee and hurt 2 others. Tonight, the Public Utilities Commission filed a complaint against the company, which now faces a $2 million fine. In a statement, UGI says it's cooperated fully with the PUC throughout its investigation of this incident and will continue to do so as we review the complaint and respond to the PUC within the specified time frame. UGI Utilities remains fully committed to the safety of our customers, employees, and the residents of the many communities we serve.
New at 10 tonight, a search for a missing man. 84-year-old Walter Booth went out hunting Tuesday afternoon and still has not been seen since.
Tonight, dozens of search and rescue teams are out scouring state game lands in Sullivan County. Fox 56's Katie Berlin reports the weather is not making things easy.
We've been searching from sunup to sundown.
The search for a missing hunter.
Yesterday morning around 4 a.m., Mr. Booth's family reported him missing.
84-year-old Walter Booth went out Tuesday afternoon to go archery hunting on state game lands in Sullivan County. He never came home.
He's hunted in this area for close to 50 years. One particular spot he's been hunting now, he's been hunting for 25 years, one particular tree stand.
Officials say Booth has no major medical problems, but he came out alone and the week's weather has been bad. Heavy winds, rain, hail, and 3 tornado warnings in the county.
Cold, wet equals an increased chance of hypothermia, or what is commonly called exposure.
Around 100 people from the Game Commission to search and rescue dogs are combing through extremely remote territory. State Game Land 66 is nearly 8,000 acres.
And what's really making it difficult is there's a lot of high bush blueberries and wet areas in this general area.
Rescue teams say he could easily have become disoriented in the weather.
We have what is known as the psychology of the lost, which is certain people with certain experience levels or with certain medical conditions or certain ages tend to go in certain directions or tend to do certain things when they're lost.
Officials now need the public's help. Anyone with property near the game lands around Cawley Township and Dutch Mountain Road is asked to check in.
We're asking the individuals that own those cabins if they could maybe stop and check their cabins, see if there's a possibility that Mr. Booth was around it or possibly in the cabin.
His car and tree stand have been found, but the hunt is still on for Walter Booth.
We're really optimistic with the search, and hopefully we'll find him.
In Sullivan County, Katie Berlin, Fox 56 News, first at 10.
Again, anyone with property near State Game Lands 66 in Sullivan County is asked to help. Those rescue teams plan to continue searching tomorrow.
New at 10 tonight, the Northumberland County Courthouse evacuated this morning after reports of a bomb threat that came in around 8:30. Police and a canine searched the building but did not find anything. This bomb threat follows 2 others that were called into the Monroe County Courthouse earlier this week. New information tonight, the East Stroudsburg funeral director here who took photos of dead people to gross her friends out, Angelica Stewart, will not be going to prison. Instead, she will serve 10 years probation after pleading guilty to 16 counts of abuse of a corpse. She is also banned from working in the funeral industry.
An update for you tonight. This Dunmore man is going to prison. A judge in Wayne County sentenced him to 7 to 15 years behind bars. Sean Hannon let his 11-year-old daughter drive him home while he was drunk, nearly 3 times the legal limit. She ended up crashing the car after 10 miles. Hannon's 8-year-old son was also in the car. This is the 49-year-old's 3rd DUI conviction. There's now another way to get from our area to our nation's capital. The Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport just added a flight to Washington Dulles. The first planes took off today. United Express will now fly 2 nonstop round-trip flights daily. The plane holds 50 passengers, and both flights today were full. Airport leaders say there's clearly a demand.
It's a huge deal for many different reasons. First of all, it's a new option that our travelers have not had in a very long time. And for the business traveler in particular, instead of having a 5-hour drive to get to Washington, D.C., they can now do that in an hour and a half.
The last time there were flights to D.C. from AVP was over a decade ago.
New at 10 tonight, a Little League team here that went all the way to the World Series this summer is now being recognized by its home city.
Fox 56's Brian Sheehan is live in Luzerne County. Brian, it's a big honor for this very special group of players.
Yes, it was, Jamie and Ryan. The Hazleton Challenger Division is made up of individuals between the ages of 4 and 22 years old with physical and intellectual challenges. And tonight, the city's mayor congratulated them for all of their hard work, especially making it to the Little League World Series in South Williamsport. For the Hazleton Challengers, a trip to the Little League World Series earlier this year was an experience they'll never forget.
It was fun and awesome, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
The team of kids and young adults from the Hazleton area was just one of 2 special needs teams chosen to play at Lamade Stadium this past summer. They beat out nearly 1,000 teams just like them from around the world. Head coach Ed Shopey says it took his team 9 years to get to South Williamsport. It was frustrating, but well worth it.
It was an overwhelming feeling and experience. It was great to see the reaction to the players and their parents and their families. We had over 300 guests come that day, Saturday morning, to watch these kids play from our area, which was awesome.
And tonight, Hazleton city officials honored the team for all their hard work.
It was really nice because I actually was invited to and I attended the game in Williamsport. And watching the kids play that night, it was really like a magical moment. You know, every kid, got the chance to hit and score, and it was just so nice to watch the kids with real enjoyment playing a sport.
First baseman Brett Avancho says the trip to Lycoming County was one of the most fun he's had.
I think it's awesome to be with a group of kids like that.
And if you were wondering, he wasn't nervous.
Just came out there and have fun.
If they haven't had the opportunity to come watch these kids play, do so. Whether it's at that Little League World Series game that's televised or every Saturday, 10 o'clock up at Coryell Stadium, you'll see them there playing, so come out.
Now, the honors aren't over just yet. The Luzerne County Council plans to honor the team this upcoming Tuesday here at the Luzerne County Courthouse Rotunda. Jamie and Ryan.
Well, speaking of honoring people, Brian, it's kind of bittersweet for us because tonight is your last night with us. So talk to us a little bit and let people know what you're going to be doing after Fox 56.
Yeah, after nearly 2 years here in Northeast and Central Pennsylvania, my time here has come to an end. This is my last night here with Fox 56. I'm not headed very far, just down 81 to the state capitol in Harrisburg, where I will be reporting for South Central Pennsylvania. But I just want to take this moment to thank all of the viewers for trusting me with their stories and for allowing me into their homes each and every night. It has been an absolute privilege, and I thank you.
Brian, we wish you the very best.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Reporting live tonight in Wilkes-Barre, I'm Brian Sheehan, Fox 56 News, first at 10.
All right, thanks, Brian. Tonight's newest edition of Sports Showcase with Bob Ide coming up in the next half hour.
And thousands protesting Judge Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination on Capitol Hill today. How those protests led to hundreds of arrests.
And it was an active day out there today as storms blew through northeastern PA. But now, as we inch closer to the weekend, calmer conditions are right around the corner. I'll show you how we close out this wild week and head into the weekend.